What up, y'all? Happy Truck and Hustle Tuesdays. We back. Welcome everybody to the show. Today, we talk to my brother Larry Cothran, aka the Trucking Consultant. Larry's a good brother, also Hustle fam, a supporter of the show from day one. I hope you guys enjoy it. Few housekeeping items. Number one, I want to make sure that everybody go right now and rate and review the show. We've been getting some amazing reviews and amazing feedback on the show. We want to keep that up, by rating and reviewing the show. It helps the algorithm suggest the show, and it also spreads awareness about the show, to people who don't know, new listeners. So we want to definitely, be as inclusive as possible and, just keep on building this audience, keep on spreading this information. All right. Also, let me give a shout out to our sponsor, Juice Easy. Juice Easy is based in Houston, Texas. They have two locations, one at the Galleria Mall in Houston and also one on the East End. But they also do sell their juice detoxes online at juiceeasyonline.com. So if you're interested in juicing, getting fresh pressed juice, give them a shout. Go check them out. Get yourself a detox. They'll hook you up. And, when you go, make sure you put in the code TRUCK, TRUCKN, HUSTLE, HUSTLE, 15 for 15% off. All right. Also, make sure you guys are checking out our lives. We go live every Tuesday night. And, sometimes we popping up throughout the week. So always listen for the live drop. My goal is to kind of have an overtime with the guests that we speak to, that you guys listen to during the day when the podcast drops. I want to bring them to you later on that day or later on in the week. Sometimes, if schedules conflict, to kind of give you guys an opportunity to ask your direct questions, the things that I didn't mention in the podcast or the things that you kind of thought of and you want to throw out there to them. So, this is an educational platform. That's what we're here for, to keep on spreading the knowledge. Each one teach one, So without further ado, let's get the show started. Put your ears on. And if you smell something burning, it's what? It's only your desire. What's up, y'all? This is Ramel Watley, and welcome to Truck and Hustle, the podcast for trucking entrepreneurs. If you want to learn about the trucking industry from the business side of things, you're in the right place. Every week, I interview the people who are making it happen on a daily basis. I get them to share their successes, their failures, and sometimes even their secrets. The goal is to show you how you too can create financial freedom in the booming trucking industry. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
But look at the rates that Landstar has. The rates are way higher than the other rates that's out here on the load board that you can find on the DAT load board. The rates are through the roof. So, yeah, you can afford to give up that 35%. But then somebody will come to me and say, well, what about, I'm over here at my company, man, and I get 80%, man, of the load. I talked to one guy, this guy said he gets 90% of the load. But I'm like, man, 90% of what, though?
Turn my mic up. Take it there. Yeah. On the road to the riches. Life takes a toll like bridges. Good friends become foes and snitches. Better watch who knows in your business. All right, well, let's get into it, man. Tell me a little bit. Let's get into your story, man. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Rome, Georgia, man, the home of the Seven Hills. And every time I talk to somebody, man, I always got to give a credit to Jesus, man. I always tell people, blessing the Lord, highly favored, excited about Jesus, excited about the word of God. My cup is running over, and I still want some more because without him, man, I wouldn't be anything. I mean, a lot of the concepts and different things that I come up with, I don't even come up with them. It's
right.
Just boom, and they're there.
Right.
So when it comes to marketing, when it comes to trucking and stuff like that, like I've been some type of a self-help type of guy.
Okay.
Where, I don't have to learn a lot of stuff by myself. And I've always been the type of person that looks for a mentor and been looking for somebody. For a long time, I didn't have nobody. And so I had to make something happen. But now, it's so many mentors and different people out there now that, that can help different individuals. So, I come from I come from the streets, and you know, didn't have much growing up, and didn't aspire to be much as far as business wise, except for, you know, drug dealing and stuff like that. You know?
Okay.
That's what I wanted. That was my ultimate goal in life, to be a kingpin.
Wow.
Until the age of 16, when that changed radically for me. That's when I gave my life to Christ, and I was doing and I started looking at different ways of making money legally and stuff like that. And I came up around some different individuals that had more than what I had, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute now. Now you got this, and you got this, and you didn't have to sell dope or rob nobody to get it. Like, I knew I could do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, coming from that, you know, it was kind of like an up and down road, a roller coaster, trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life and who I wanted to become, you know, to bring revenue into the house and to build a legacy for my family. So, you know, I've had a restaurant, concession stand. I've done that and done, you know, marketing and, you know, all kind of stuff. So,
okay. So let's rewind a little bit. So you said you came across some different individuals that kind of steered you away from the street thing into kind of like more entrepreneurial direction, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you mentioned that you started several businesses. So tell me about, you know, those mentors that kind of guided you away from the street, and then talk to me about some of those, like get in depth with some of those businesses that you had from the beginning.
Okay, so first of all, I had a mentor. This is the first person that I looked up to that had more than what I had. I seen them when they was in a business. The business didn't do too well, didn't pan out too well for them, but it gave me hope for what I could do. Okay. That person was he eventually became a pastor, and you know, I always credit him because he's kind of like the one who took me off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Okay, gotcha. Said, hey, look, you can do this, you can do that. You know, it's better out there for you. And so I attribute that to my pastor, Eric Mosley. And so from being around him, I was able to be around other people. Okay, and so the other people that I was around that had like more people, and you know, because it's like, man, it only just takes one person to cross over into another circle of people. Right. He changed your environment. Yeah, it changed my whole environment. So instead of going over here, hanging out with somebody who was a dope boy or somebody who wanted to rob somebody, I was hanging out with a whole different dynamic of people over here that was going to school, people that wanted businesses, people that wanted to do more for themselves and they wanted to do it legally, people that wasn't even out the streets and stuff like that. So that had a major impact on my life. That had a major impact on my life, and it taught me this right here. If you ever want to become, you know, somebody different, you're going to have to change your environment and change the things that you do. Because if you don't change your environment, change the things that you do, and change the people that you're around, you eventually become the person that you didn't want to become. Because the people who don't have no goal, people who don't have no target in life, guess what? They always hit no goal and no target in life. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a goal, if you don't have no goal, guess what? You're going to hit it every single time. Right. They say that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, right? So that's pretty much that. Yeah. Okay. And so, go ahead. I'm listening. And so he was very influential in my life, to the point of, okay, they will push me in my confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel very confident in different things that I was doing. Because I was a musician and I was a drummer, but I wasn't confident in what I was doing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't confident in myself to be able to say, hey, look, I can start a business. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do marketing, you know, and like when it comes back to like who I am at the core and what I do at the core and, you know, who I've become at the core, like when it comes down to like the marketing part of me, The marketing part of me, man, it's like, hey, it's like it comes so natural to me that like I can come up with a marketing strategy. Like you tell me something, I come up with a marketing strategy. Boom, just like that right there.
We might have to put that to use, man. I could use some marketing out here.
yeah. That's what we're gonna have to do. And I love helping people too, man.
Okay.
And so with my marketing strategies and stuff, man, I would help these businesses, and I would see people that needed help, and I would say, hey, look, why don't you do this and why don't you do that? And I didn't have the confidence to say, hey, look, I'm the marketing guru. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody came up to me and said, boy, you know what you're doing with that marketing.
Got you. You got that validation.
Yeah. And once I got validated, and they was a big part of validating me too. You know what I'm saying? Our pastor, his wife, they was a big part of validating me too, to the point of where I knew that, hey, look, I can do this.
Right.
I can be more. I can do more. I can, and it was good to have somebody that was on me, pushing me to do the things that I wanted to do, whether it be business or, whether it be something in church or whatever it was. So
for sure.
I always tell people mentorship is essential to life and to learning and to growing in life.
So tell me about the first business you started in that experience. What was the first business when you started getting into entrepreneurship, and how was that transition? Talk to me about that.
Okay, first business I had, man, was it was a concession stand, and I was selling barbecue.
Okay.
And
love barbecue.
And yeah. First, so I was doing it all wrong. I was doing it like completely wrong.
Got you.
And also, just to plug this in here, man, I also have a book called More Than a Conqueror, and I go into detail about different stories and different things I had to overcome in my life. You can find that book on Amazon. It's by Larry Cothran, and it's called More Than a Conqueror.
Okay.
But going back to my story, man, my first business was selling barbecue, and this is how it started.
Okay.
I had a guy that I had rolled by his house, and I seen him selling some barbecue.
Okay.
And he was like, "Hey man, stop by when you get a chance." And I was like, "Okay." So then I seen him at another place. He was at a car wash.
Okay.
And he was selling barbecue.
Okay.
And so while he was at that car wash selling barbecue, he was like, "Hey man, you want to stop by?" So I stopped by, got the 2 hot dogs. I took 2 home to the wife.
Okay.
And I took 2 home to the wife, but I ate hers while I was on the way to the house. And I was like, man, that's like. And so she got one. She was like, "Hey, you guys give me another one of them hot dogs."
Okay.
So I went back over there, and while I went back over there, I seen the guy, and he was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" But when I went in there this time, I felt like the Lord was speaking to me, and he told me, he said, "Hey man, I felt like the Lord said, give him $20."
Okay.
And that's what I did. I pulled $20 out of my pocket, and I just said, "Here, man." He was like, "What's this for?" And I said, "Just keep it." He was like, "Man, you want a slab of ribs?" And I was like, "No, man, I don't even eat barbecue like that."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was like, "What, man? You want the ribs, man?" I was like, "No, I don't want them." So after that, he was like, "You sure you don't want nothing, man?" So I sat there talking with him for about 20 minutes. After that, he said, "Hey, man, look, I've been looking for a partner, selling this barbecue, man. You running around giving out $20 bills. I know you ain't gonna steal from him."
Right.
And first of all, dude, I don't even know how to cook barbecue. Every time I put a hamburger or a hot dog on the grill,
right.
You know, one of them red grills that you buy from the store, like $25. Every time I put something on there, that thing burns. So I know.
Sound like me.
Yeah. And so I put the thing. So I told him, "Man, are you even making any money?" This dude pulled out a stack of money like this right here. It barely could close.
Wow.
Man, it reminded me so much of my past, and I said, you know what? That right there.
That's
what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And I said, "Hey man, when I start?" Like, "You coming in next week?" So shoot.
Wow.
We were down there. We were selling food. We had one grill, and we were selling food on the side of the road.
Okay.
And
it's still in Rome, right? You're still in Rome at this time, right? Still in Rome?
No, I was in Cartersville at the time because that's when I got married.
Okay.
When I got married, which I just celebrated my 14th anniversary.
Congratulations.
August the 6th.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
No doubt.
So I was in Cartersville at the time. So so we was together selling barbecue. About a month later, he told me, "Hey, look, man, I'm gonna have to." He said, "I'm getting out of it, man. I'm gonna give it to you." And I was like, "Give what to me?" He was like, "Man, you can have the whole concept." So he gave me the whole concept. He let me use the grill, but I found out, man, I can't do this, by myself. And I was looking for a partner.
Right.
And that's when I found out, hey, look, my pastor, he knew about catering and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we got together and we started, and so I brought him on, and so we became partners.
Okay.
And man, we became partners, and man, we would have a plate. I mean, we would have 2 tables set up. This is crazy. When I think about this now, it's so against code. We was outside, man. Hey.
Don't worry, the statute of limitations is over, man. Nobody's gonna get you. You're good.
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, we was outside with 2 tables, some light bread, and some barbecue chicken and ribs.
Right.
So we started selling that right there, man. And every day we would go out there. We'll pray, man. We need to sell out. We need to sell out all this stuff we got.
For sure.
You know what? That's what would happen, man. We would sell out all that stuff. So then after that, we got we did that for like a few months, and then code enforcement came and shut us down.
Oh man!
And told us we couldn't be out there selling like that. But man, we had got up to we were selling like we started off with like a couple of cases of ribs and like a couple of bags of chicken and pulled pork.
Okay.
And so we started off with that right there. I think we might have had some sides. I can't even remember.
Right. Okay.
But man, after that right there, when we got shut down, we had moved up to 13 cases of ribs and 13 cases of ribs. It was like nine slabs of ribs in each case.
Okay.
And so we started selling like 13 cases of ribs, 2 cases of chicken, and a case of Boston butt. And then we got, man, hey, look, we was working a job plus doing this right here on the weekend. Man. Hey, and so that was my first one right there until we got shut down.
Okay.
And then, a few years later, we had got a concession stand. And when we got that concession stand, it was different. Everything had to be up to code, but it was cool though because we was able to do it.
Right.
And business, we opened up, business was booming, and then it started to taper off some. And do you know that I had an idea, and $2, I'm gonna say $2.50 took my business to a whole nother level. I tell people that all the time. $2.50.
Tell me about that. $2.50. What happened?
I went to the store. You know them steaks that you put in the ground?
Yeah.
They like wooden steaks.
Yeah.
And you nail them into the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
I went to the store and got one of those steaks, and I got me a white poster board. And I put free barbecue on there. Man, people used to turn in. And so the board and that steak plus the marker was like $2.50.
Right.
Barbecue and stood out beside the road.
Right.
Man, when I stood out beside the road, man, people would pass by. And I cannot tell you how many wrecks was right there at our concession stand because people stumbling around. Boom! And we got to the point, it was almost a daily thing. Here's another wreck. You go out there, you know it's about to be a wreck. But you hold that free barbecue sign there. And so what we were doing, we would go and we'll give people, like those the little cups that you put ketchup in at Wendy's.
Yeah.
So we would take some pulled pork about that much, like a pinch of it.
Right.
We'll give it to them.
Giving samples.
Once we gave it to them, they'd be like, man,
Right.
And so, like 9 out of the 10 people would eventually buy a pork sandwich, or they would eventually buy a pound of pork. And so, with them buying, the 10th person didn't buy because we didn't take credit cards at the time. We were just doing straight cash.
Got you. So I mean, talking about that's your marketing right there, right? Like that's an example of, you know, being innovative and just being creative and using your brain to attract more customers.
Yeah.
Now, that's
and a lot of times I tell people like this right here. You already got what it takes to be successful on the inside of you.
Right.
You got to find out what it is that you can do that can make you successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, a lot of people, some people, they like to argue and they think they can't do nothing. Man, you need to go to school to be a paralegal or a lawyer or something. You like to argue, you know?
Right.
Some people look amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like you take Tina Turner legs. Man, Rihanna just took her place for her legs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody got something. Like I heard a story about this lady one time. Like she wasn't the best looking lady, but she had some awesome looking hands.
Okay.
Like her hands was like the best looking hands. And guess what? She became a model for nail polish.
Okay. Right.
And so everybody got something. It may not be your nails. It may not be your voice. It may not be your looks. But there is something on the inside that you can do to be able to attract some money. Because, and I'm glad we're going on there, and I'm about to scoot on into another area right here.
Talk to me.
But it's the phrase when Jay-Z, I love this phrase right here. Jay-Z says, he said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
There you go.
And so,
shout out to Jay-Z.
Yeah. When I think about that, man, I always think about like, hey, look, you yourself are the brand. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You are the brand, so you represent your brand. Like anybody can draw.
Right.
Anybody can drive a truck. Right. Anybody can have a podcast.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure.
What happens is a lot of people that have those things that can do those things, they don't know how to market themselves.
Right.
And so you have to market your craft. You have to market yourself to the point to where, hey, look, I am the trucking consultant. I am the number one authority when it comes to trucking information, when it comes to, you know, getting on with trucking companies and what you need to do from A to Z to be able to invest into a truck, to be able to become an owner-operator if you're trying to transition, what kind of truck you need to buy if you're a starter, what, you know, different stuff like that. If you're trying to build a fleet, what you need to do, go about that. Right. But I market myself because I am that. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So
okay. I like that. All right. Well, since we're talking about that, let's kind of keep the story moving forward. So you did the concession stand, and at some point that you stopped doing that, right? So what happened with that, and where'd you move after that? What happened next?
Well, I like to say that the business, it didn't fail, but it wasn't making the money that it needed to make. So I started driving trucks as a company driver. Okay. So at this time I had like 2 more partners, so it was 3 of us together.
Now, what made you think about even getting into the trucking industry? What was that like? You go from concession stand and now I'm driving trucks. How'd that happen?
Well, I went back. Well, going back to 2007. 2007 was a point where I was looking for a job, didn't have no job, and my son was just born. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, man, I got to find me something to do. And then I heard stories back in the day. I was like, man, these cats are making some money. For sure. Like everybody I talked to, they were like, yeah, man, I got 2 or 3 houses. And then all the truck drivers that I knew had all kind of big boy toys. They had 4-wheelers and stuff all over the place. You go to their house, it's 4-wheelers and SUVs and all kind of stuff everywhere. And I'm trying to figure out, like, man, how are y'all doing all this stuff driving the truck? Right. Of course, it's like what it used to be. And I know a lot of older people say, yeah, it used to be like that. It ain't like that no more. But for the newer people, you know, it's still good money. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's still good money in trucking. You know, like if you take a comparison between my budget and Donald Trump's budget, he gonna say, man, that little money that you making, man. Yeah, I remember that time, that video I seen. Yeah, I took a small loan from my father of $1 million. Wait a minute, man. I'm trying to go to the bank to get $1,000. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And so the money part is what made me get into it.
Okay.
And so, like, and my dad used to tell me all the time back in the day, he'd be like, boy, I don't care what you do. You need to go, you need to go and get the CDL. It don't matter if you become a doctor or a lawyer. You need to go get your CDL, because if you go get your CDL, if something happens and you can't go see nobody no more, or something happened and everybody's just walking and healing, guess what? Now you can go drive a truck, because people gonna always need something transported from point A to point B. And then after that, he was like, don't take no wood nipples.
Yeah, that CDL is definitely a plan B pill, man. I tell everybody the same thing. You always, if you have an opportunity to get your CDL, get it, because you never know, and you always can make money in the trucking industry. Sure.
Yes. And just to branch out just a little bit, that goes for a trade regardless.
Right.
Like a lot of people, when I was coming up in school, man, the thing was go to college. So I wanted to go to college. I wanted to go to a good school, but then, I went to college for 3 years and I finished. Not because I graduated, I just decided I was finished.
There you go. So Kanye West.
Yeah. So when I went to college, I don't love like learning in a setting like that.
In that kind of environment. Got you.
Yeah, this type of environment. So, shoot, man, it wasn't just a thing for me at the time. Plus, I didn't have the discipline. Now, if I went to college right now, man, I'd probably be valedictorian, because I know how to study. I know how to learn. I know how to do, I know how to do different things. I know how to manage my time better.
Right.
So the college thing, it wasn't for me. And I tell people like this right here, now, if you're going to go to college, make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have a goal and a destination, instead of just going. You don't know how to study. You don't know, and if you got to take a couple of years to learn yourself, to learn how to study, and to learn what you need to do to be able to become successful when you get there, so you're not just wasting money on student loans, however you're doing it, you need to make sure you do that. Yeah. And so I even tell people now, like, go to school go to a trade school. Go be a plumber. Go be an electrician. Go drive a truck. Because when I was in school, didn't nobody come to me and say, "Hey, look, man, you can make this amount of money driving trucks." Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people now. Somebody asked me about a month ago, it was a young person, and they said, "Hey, man, what I need to do to be able to drive trucks and make some good money?" I said, "Do you really want to know?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I told them this right here. I said, well, first of all, when you become 18 years old, get your CDL license in your state, and you just drive locally. You can't cross state lines, but you drive intrastate. You see what I'm saying? Right. And so you get your CDL license, and I prefer get something that's like flatbed or something like that. Start doing some flatbed training. Then once the time you turn 21 years old, when you turn 21 years old, now you can cross state lines. And you got the CDL, and you already got some training with you. Right. And so you keep doing the training and everything for another 2 years. Once you do the training for another 2 years, guess what? Now you can get on with Landstar because you're 23 years old. But guess what? You already got the experience. You're going to be able to move up. You probably already done bought your truck. You already done bought your trailer. You see what I'm saying? Right. You done did what you're supposed to do. Plus, you got some money saved. Now, you're 23 years old. By the time you're 24, you're going to be bumped up to an SD4, which means you can haul stuff that's like 12 feet wide. In another 6 months, you're going to be bumped up to an SD5, which you can haul, like, basically unlimited stuff. Gotcha. When you get to the point to where you can haul unlimited stuff, that's where the money is at. And so you can be making $250 all the way up to, like, endless amounts of money, $300,000 or $400,000 with one truck. You see what I'm saying? And ain't nobody showing nobody that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, By the time you're 25, you can be raking in so much money. It is crazy.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow,
Like if you get with somebody that's going to show you, okay, look, this is what you want to do. This is the type of truck you want to get. This is the training. But a lot of people don't want to learn. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they don't know what questions to ask. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so if we learn, if we get to the point where we want to learn, we get to the point where we become singularly focused on what we want to do, and we put a goal right there in mind and say, you know what, I want to achieve this right here. And if I done gave you a plan from the time you're 18 to the time of 25, man, you can have you a truck. If you want to be a truck driver, you can be doing that, and the truck won't own you. You'll own the truck, and you'll be able to come home when you want to, do what you want to, and do it how you want to, and you can begin to build your business, become an entrepreneur, build your business from point A to point B, and you'll have somebody right there that's going to help you along the way.
No doubt. No doubt. Amen.
Yeah.
So you talk about, so you mentioned Landstar. So is that where you got your career started? Is that kind of the path that you took? Tell me about your journey from when you first, when you jumped in, you got started into the trucking. Tell me about that.
Man, when I jumped in the truck, it was 2007, and it was a straight nightmare. It was a nightmare, man. I wasn't getting paid much money. I was driving for Swift. I went out to Salt Lake City to do my training and to get my license and stuff like that, man. And when I went out there, when I went out to Salt Lake City to get my license and stuff, man, it was crazy because I live in Georgia. And it took me 3.5 weeks to get my license because it was a snowstorm. And so it was like almost 4 weeks. So I went out there like the beginning of December of 2007. And then it was February, the beginning of February when I came back home.
Okay.
And I had a newborn and I ain't see my wife there. Hey, it was crazy. And so I started with Central Refrigeration. Then I went to Swift, and when I got to Swift, I was a company driver, and then I went to become a lease purchase driver.
Okay.
Which I don't encourage that because that ended up being a nightmare also.
Talk about that. Why do you not encourage the being a lease purchase driver?
Well, I don't encourage that because, man, you know, like some of these deals and stuff, like this fine print and stuff they have in the paperwork and stuff, you really can't make no money. You just riding just to pay the truck off, and then you got a dispatcher over here who's gonna dispatch you with the loads, and it's like they count your money. And what I mean by counting your money is they're gonna let you make some money, but they're not gonna let you make the money that you should be making as a lease driver. Because
they're haters, basically. They're haters, basically. I said they're haters, basically.
yeah, they're haters.
Okay.
And so, like, the money that you see people from Landstar making, they're happy and different stuff like that. And then you come over here and you say, yeah, I got my own truck, but I'm mad. And you're mad because you're not getting no money. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing the results of the money that you're getting. You see what I'm saying? You're not seeing anything. So it's like, okay, I'm making enough money to pay my truck note and to put fuel in the truck, but I'm still a company driver.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still just making, like, after it's all said and done, I'm making like $600 or $700, maybe $1,000, but I gotta run my butt off. If it's just me, I shouldn't have to run 4,000 miles a week.
Right.
Like, man, you can't sleep.
Right.
You gotta, like that. You had to mess with the log book and everything, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't encourage that. You know, I always tell people like this right here, like, before you jump into something, go ahead and get some advice from somebody that knows the game. Even if you have to pay for it, you know, even if you have to pay for the advice and pay for somebody's time, go ahead and pay for that advice. So before you jump into something, and that's why I provide the service I provide because I see too many people jumping into the trucking industry, and when they jump in there, they jump in head first and I'm gonna get me a truck just because they had the money, just because they had a credit, or just because they want to be an investor. They just say, you know, I'm gonna jump in there. Boom! Now you get in there, and the truck that you done got because somebody does fast talk you, the truck you done got it's known for having problems. So they done sold you. It feels nice. The driver's seat feels nice and everything, but it look clean.
Right.
But it won't pull a heel.
Right.
They got a horrible Packard engine in it. The engine known for like giving problems, and this engine is known for breaking down at this amount of miles and different things like that. Like that stuff you could have avoided if you would have came and talked to somebody. Like people ask me all the time, this right here, Larry, what type of truck should I buy? And I tell them, if you're just starting out, buy you a Freightliner. Mm-hmm. That's easy. Mm-hmm. Like I wouldn't go out and buy. We all know that Kenworth and Peterbilt, they keep their values, but a Freightliner is something that you can get started with. You can buy the parts everywhere. You can go anywhere you want to go. They got service shops all over the place. Buy you a Freightliner. Get used to the trucking game and get used to the different parts and components that the truck have on it. Because that's an easy truck. That's a working man truck.
It's like the Honda Accord of trucks.
Yeah. It's a Honda Accord truck.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And so after I was with Swift, I had stopped driving again. And then I was at home and I started driving for another company. And this company was for Wiley Sanders. Okay. Truck line in Troy, Alabama. Okay. And so I was driving for them, and they was pretty much that was a cool company. I could if I wanted to take off, I could take off. Whatever I wanted to do, there wasn't no. I like to call them slave drivers. They wasn't. Come on, you got to get the load. They got a hot load. Got to get to you. Come on, let's go. Right. They wasn't nobody like that, but they was really legit. And but the thing is, they didn't have that. You didn't make that much money there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You'd be lucky if you made $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
And you were a company driver there, not an owner operator, right?
I was a company driver there.
Okay, got you. So what happened with the lease situation? Like how'd you get out of that?
Yeah, well, what happened was my truck had a faulty switch or something like that. It had it didn't tell me when oil lights was coming on. It didn't tell me nothing. And man, my truck completely locked down. Wow. And it was a brand new truck, man. And the thing, I love this truck too, man. It was a brand new truck, man. It was faulty, man. And the truck locked down or whatever. I took it into the shop, and they was like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be like $35,000 to fix." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's under warranty, and you don't have to worry about it because it's covered under warranty. But you want to pay that $35,000, or you want to get you another truck? I said, man, I'll go ahead and get another truck. I was having to run. Yeah. And I wasn't able to do that if I was just sitting down. You know what I'm saying? So they got me to the point to where I was able to get me another truck, and that first truck I had, it was blue. The second truck I had was yellow. Okay. And I didn't like that truck for nothing, man. It seemed like I was sticking out everywhere, man. I used to call that truck Big Bird, you know. And so, shoot, I started training and stuff like that, and then I just left them. Okay. Yeah, I left them.
Got you.
Yeah, I was training, and the reason why I left because I was training, and the trainee that I had a wreck in my truck.
Wow.
He had a wreck in my truck and was backing up, hit somebody else. Then he had another wreck in my truck, and they was like, "Hey, look, the trainees that you done had in your truck, they keep hitting stuff, so we're gonna have to let you guys go." I'm like, "Let you guys go?" Like, it was some old crazy stuff, man.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
So that's when I started. That's when I started driving, for Wiley Sanders.
Okay. And
yeah.
and after Wiley Sanders, what happened? Who's next? What happened next?
Yeah, after Wiley Sanders, that's when I started driving for Landstar. Okay. And so Landstar was that's where I stopped at right there. Right. And I rested my hat right there because Landstar was the place I always wanted to drive for, but it was always, okay, I had too many tickets on my license, or the ticket wasn't off my life, or I just didn't have the money to get the truck that I wanted at the time. You know, what I'm saying? It was always either one of those issues right there. Because when I first came in the trucking game, I would always interview people. I would always talk to people and say, "Hey, look, man, what's the best trucking company out there? And back then, everybody was saying Landstar, man, Landstar. And so now everybody still saying Landstar. So I said, man, when I get my money up, I'm going to Landstar. Right. Exactly what I did.
Okay. Now I see you do like a lot of you're like a big ambassador or for Landstar, like you like YouTube videos, and on your Instagram you're always talking about Landstar. And like how does that relationship work? Is that something you just do, you've initiated on your own, or is that something that you work with Landstar on? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, I was doing video. I did one video, and I talked about my experience with Landstar, and then I knew they had a referral program.
Okay.
When I knew they had that referral program, I was like, man, I need to step my game up. So I did one video, and then after I did the video or whatever, I didn't really see nothing. I really wasn't even worried about anything. So then after that first video I did, I guess it was about a month later, I got a check. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
And so after that right there, boy, I started pumping out videos, talking about it, my experience, giving truckers advice and stuff like that. And then that was that's how that came about. And then I was repping them so much, and giving them so much attention that I really love Landstar. I love the Crossing Agency, who I promote and stuff. And matter of fact, if you're thinking about coming to Landstar, you should give them a call at 844-899-7919 and tell them your boy L Boogie sent you. And I guarantee you, they're gonna help you. They're gonna help you get through the process. You don't have to call, but when you come over to Landstar, now you're a business owner. So the most contacts you can have, as many contacts as you can get, you need to go ahead and get them. So I like to start people off to say, okay, look, the Crossing Agency, let the Crossing Agency be your first call before, and they can help you through the door. They can help you through the process and everything. They have loads themselves, and they have a plethora of people that work for them. So if you're thinking about getting on with them, that's 844-899-7919. Call, ask them about Landstar, tell them L Boogie sent you, and I guarantee you, man, they're gonna hook you up with some stuff, and they're gonna make your life a whole lot better.
Let's talk about that. So somebody who's interested in that, who's looking at that as an opportunity, talk to me about the experience partnering up with Landstar. Like what are you running? How does it work? Talk to me about the financial side of it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, you got to get too deep into it, but just for somebody who's interested, talk to me about that.
Okay, like to come on to Landstar, basically, I don't have the requirements like right in front of me, but I know you got to be 23 years old. Can't have any felonies for a certain amount of years, and you can't. You got your driving record has to be clean. I don't think you can have like over a year, like a speeding ticket and stuff like that.
Right, any moving violations? Okay.
Yeah, violations and stuff like that, DOT violations and stuff. But like I said before, if you want more information about that, you give them a call at 844-899-7919, or I may just do a video on it on YouTube, and you can follow my page, L Boogie, on YouTube. And once you follow my page, you'll get the information that I'm talking about right now. Okay. Also, when it comes to different things that you could pull at Landstar, you have the vans, you have the reefers, you have step bed, you got flatbed. Landstar does not provide a reefer unit. So if you want a reefer unit, you have to pull that your own self. Okay. But you have to bring that along yourself. But they do provide, if you don't have your own trailer, they will provide you a van trailer, or you can bring your own van trailer on. And then if you want a step deck or a flatbed, you can bring that on too if you don't want to use Landstar trailers. Now, as far as the percentages go, if that all depends on your contract. I know people that's older, that's been with Landstar longer, they get more of a percentage than the 73% that I get, since I'm a step deck open platform. But if you're gonna be pulling like a step deck or a flatbed, you're gonna get like 73%. If you're gonna be pulling a van drivers get 65%.
Okay.
Now, I tell people like this right here. People are like, man, Landstar taking 35% of my money. Yes, they are. But look at the rates that Landstar has. The rates are way higher than the other rates that's out here on the load board that you can find on the DAT load board. The rates are through the roof. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, you can afford to give up that 35%. But then somebody will come to me and say, well, what about, man, I'm over here at my company, man, and I get 80%, man, of the load. I talked to one guy. This guy said he gets 90% of the load. But I'm like, man, 90% of what, though?
Right. It's a lower rate altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lower rate. So you get 90%, but you get 90% of what? So you have to find out, okay, yes, you're over here getting 90%, or you get 80%, but how much are you bringing home? What are you having to pay? You see what I'm saying? Because if you're telling me you're getting 90%, but your insurance is higher than mine, but your trailer rent is higher than mine, and all that other stuff is higher than mine, guess what? At the end of the day, I'm still making money. I'm still making more money than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm able to give away that 35%. I don't heard of people, they got to do all their paperwork and everything, man, but they get more of a percentage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to get to the point where you say, okay, I'm getting this much percent, but how much am I getting? How much am I keeping from what I'm getting?
Right. For sure. So currently you have one truck on with Landstar right now?
Yeah, one truck.
Okay, so what are your plans for expanding with them? Do you plan on getting more trucks with them, or what are you looking at as far as expanding your business?
Yeah, as far as expanding my business, I do want to get several more trucks. I want to build a fleet.
Okay.
I want to build a fleet. I want to employ people. My ultimate, even from day one, I've never been somebody who likes to work for anybody. I don't even like it. I don't even like being. I like driving trucks, but I want to do it on my time.
There you go.
Know what I'm saying? Like when I want to. I'd rather be at the house and leave out once or twice a month, just if I get the urge. Hey, look, I want to go to Dallas, Texas, or I want to go to Wisconsin or something. I'd rather do that right there, but I'd rather have people working for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I'd rather have people working for me and doing that, and while I just sit at the house. I love just sitting at the house. You know what I'm saying? I got kids, man. So,
yeah, I'm not mad at that, man. You put enough work in. At some point, you deserve to be able to sit at the house, man, and deploy some of your capital out there to make money for you. Yeah.
So, I do plan on building a fleet. I do plan on I'm really wanting to build a conglomerate, man, and just pull from different areas. I always tell people like this right here. There's nothing wrong with apprenticeship before ownership. A lot of people, they want to own everything right now. Oh, it's mine. Hey, man, it's okay.
Right.
You don't have to go and get your authority right out the gate just to say, yeah, man, it's my truck, it's my authority. Can't nobody tell me what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. I ain't got to give nobody no money. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do that. But, hey, look, it's okay to have apprenticeship before ownership. And I don't have to build everything. Like I want my own trucking company just like Landstar has theirs. I want my own mechanic shop and all this different stuff like that. But guess what? Once I get the capital, once I get the credit, the business credit and stuff like that right there, I can go to a company that has a brokerage or that has agencies and stuff like this. Say, hey, look, I want to buy this company. Or, hey, look, won't you partner with me? I got 50 trucks. I got 100 trucks over here that I can partner with. and I got dispatchers over here that I can partner with. I got these people over here and bring all of them people together. And plus I got a shop over here that I can have people work on the trucks and stuff like that. So I got 5 to 6 different moving pieces that come together, and you got one conglomerate. And now overnight, you done built this huge trucking company. Basically, well, it ain't been overnight, but
right.
You know,
take some time. But yeah, I got you.
You gotta put these pieces together to make something go and make something flow, and you're able to be successful that way.
Gotcha.
So I'm not one that tries. I don't have to build something from the ground up, but I can take something over here. If I got to buy this company or buy that company and buy 3 more other companies and put them all together to make things work. Hey, look, let's do it.
There you go. No, I got you. So talk to me a little bit about your consulting. So you have a consulting piece to what you do. Somebody who would be interested in reaching out to you, just give them an idea what kind of information they would get from speaking with you from a consulting standpoint.
Well, from a consulting standpoint, what I do, I ask a lot of questions because I let them talk because I want to hear what they're saying. I want to hear what's the point, where they're really trying to get to. And most of the time, if somebody's coming in, they're trying to get to the money. Where is the money?
Right, for sure.
And so from my standpoint, what I do is I tell them, hey, look, this is what you can do. This is how you can go about it. If you're looking for dispatchers, if you're looking for brokers, if you're looking for a shop, like for instance, I had one guy call me, and he was saying, hey, look, man, I don't know where to get loads from, man, and the agencies that I'm working with, man, it seems like they cancel all my loads and stuff like that right there. But guess what? I got 3 agencies right now just in the clutch.
Gotcha.
He paid me for the consultant, but after he paid me for the consultant, I said, boop, here you go right here. I said, where you live at, man? He said, well, I live in Atlanta, but I have this this is something that he does on the side.
Right.
So he lives in Atlanta, and he's looking for a shop. Well, guess what? I got 3 shops just in the clutch right here in Atlanta. Boom, here you go right here. I just made your life a whole lot easier, and you just spent $150 for 30 minutes.
For sure. And a lot of time when you reach out to somebody like yourself, it's the network that they have, in addition to the knowledge that they have that can help you. And like you said, save them some money and some time. Yeah, because like I said, like if you go and get you a truck, like a lot of people ask me about trucks, what should I do? What should I get? How should I find drivers? Man, it's a plethora of questions that people ask me. But when people are asking me these things, like I got the knowledge for you. You know what I'm saying? I can let you know what to do and how to do it. Like I was talking to one individual, they came up to me and told me, hey, look, man, I just got this truck and I spent this amount of money on it. And I said, well, did you get this done to it? Did you get that done to it? No, I didn't know I was doing it. See, they were just gung-ho about getting the truck. But guess what happened 2 weeks later? The truck breaks down and it's a $5,000 it's a $5,000 repair.
Wow. Well, if you would have called me in the first place, guess what? You could have spent $150 for 30 minutes with me.
Right.
And then just said, you know what? Let me spend this $150 with Larry so I can get this advice and know what to do, know where to go, how to go, and everything like that. And now you could have saved you $5,000. You know what I'm saying?
So if y'all out there listening, give Larry a call, man. Larry's gonna save you guys some money.
Keep me up in the DM because it really goes down in the DM.
It goes down in the DM. All right, so
the knowledge and everything you want in the
DM. There we go. So talk to me about this book. You touched on the book that you wrote, More Than a Conqueror, which I think is amazing, man, because it's great to see that you took that step to write a book. Talk to me. What inspires you to write a book, and just a little bit about what it's about and where that book could be found.
Okay, yeah. What inspired me to write a book was my wife was working as a parapro, like a teacher's assistant in a school. And I have friends that's administrators and teachers and stuff like that. And every so often I would hear different stories coming from them about how the kids would make excuses for why they, why they're getting in trouble and why they can't get stuff done. And so sometimes I would go to the schools and I would, talk to the students and different things like that. And I said, and I would talk to them, and while I'm talking to them, they say, man, you don't know, man, you don't understand, you don't. I said, man, look, I do understand. You don't know where I come from,
right?
And so then one day, one of my friends had called me, and he was telling me about something that was going on in the school and how this student was doing this and doing that. And I just got ticked off, man. I was in my truck. I got ticked off, man. I said, man, I'm so tired of people making excuses for why they can't be successful. And you calling the teachers racist. Yeah, you may have some racist teachers. Yeah, all these teachers ain't racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have somebody that's doing something, but everybody ain't doing something to you.
Right.
And so I got ticked off, man, and I started writing. I said, you know what? They finna hear this right here. And I started telling them about my story, and I started telling them what I went through and how I overcame different stuff like that. And the first day, I wrote like 30 pages. The second day, I was up to 90 pages. And the third day, I was up to I wrote the book in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I wrote the book in 3 days, and I was just writing about I was just telling my life. And that's not even all the stories of my life. I was just writing, it was just coming to me, and I was just writing stuff down. And so, but then after that, man, it took me forever to get the thing edited and published and everything like that. It didn't have to take that long. I was just dragging my feet. But every time I would hear a different story, I'd be like, man, I gotta finish this book. I gotta finish editing this book. So I finally finished editing the book, and I was like, man, I gotta go back and change this. Gotta go back and change that. And then one person came up to me in December and said, hey, man, you're going to wait forever if you're trying to make you're trying to cross every T and dot every I and trying to make sure this thing is just perfect. The information is the information. Put the thing you can change it later.
I always tell people done is better than perfect, man. Done is better than perfect.
You is right on it. And so what happened was, this is the thing right here that made me come out with it like almost instantaneously, because one of the people that I have in my book, they end up getting shot and killed.
Wow.
In December. And I didn't put their name in the book, but they're in the book. And they end up getting shot and killed in December. And when they end up getting shot and killed, I said, man, I'm coming out with the book. Because I'm thinking to myself, man, like, what if he would have read my book and maybe that could have prevented something? You know what I'm saying? Got you. What if he could have read this or read that, And so now what I do is with my books and stuff like that, and this is the plan all the way around. I sell my books to adults, a lot of, to adults and stuff like that. And I keep books. I try to keep books on me at all times, but I sell my books to adults, people they can buy. But I sell them for what I sell them for, so that I can get more books, so that I can give the books out to the people who can't afford to buy the books.
Okay, gotcha.
Because these young people, the places where I go and the places that need to read my book don't have the money to pay for the book. You know what I'm saying? They don't value whatever it is. So what I do is I usually end up giving the book to them. I had 3 teenagers that I was talking to the other day that I just felt like compelled that I need to give a book to them. So I just gave them all 3 the book, had a power talk with them, and everything, and I felt good. And so that's one thing that I plan on doing is just buying the books in bulk. And like when I go to schools and stuff, give out the book, because I'm not trying to get rich off the book.
Gotcha.
I'm not trying to get rich off the book. I just want to go and share my story, and that's my ultimate passion right there. That's why I want to do trucking. That's why I want to have the fleet of trucks and different things like that, so that I can really go out and speak in schools and share my story and teach people how to overcome and quit making excuses.
Beautiful. I like that, man.
And so you can go find the book on Amazon. It's called More Than a Conqueror, by Larry Cothran. And I think you're gonna really enjoy the book. You're really gonna, because it's something for everybody in there. It got something for entrepreneurs. It's something for people that that procrastinates. It's something for people that are learning to start a business, people that's in college, middle school, and different stuff like that. In elementary school, if you're dealing with fear, if you're dealing with depression, whatever you're dealing with, there's something for you in that book that'll help you get over the hump and encourage people. And you'll see me in a whole different light. Like, man, I didn't know he did that. I didn't know he thought about that. I didn't happened to him. You know what I'm saying? So
there we go.
My story, see how I overcame it. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, y'all definitely go and support that book on Amazon, More Than a Conqueror. Anything else you want to add? I mean, I think that's a perfect note to kind of wrap it up. Any final thoughts? And also just share your social media with everybody so they know how to reach you and how to connect with you. Get in the DMs, as you said, but just give us some final thoughts to end the show.
Okay. All right, man. So my final thought to you would be yourself. Be yourself. Don't be trying to be like nobody else. You ain't got to try to be like Jay-Z. You don't have to try to be like Beyonce. You don't even have to try to be like me. God created you unique. You need to be yourself. You're the only one as your fingerprint. There's no one else in the world that has your fingerprint.
That's right. So
you need to be yourself. God created you the way He created you, so that you can be yourself. Not that you could be. He created you original, so you can be original. He didn't create you to be no copy. So be yourself, and the way you do business is, do business your way. You don't have to do it like Warren Buffett does it, or Donald Trump, or you don't have to do it like you don't have to do it like me, or you don't have to do it like the tax pro or whoever. Do it like you do it.
Right. Right.
Because the way that you do it, you're the only one that can do what you do. If you're trying to do what everybody else is doing, you guess what? You're gonna end up trying to figure out, man, why didn't this work right here? Why didn't that work? Well, right. it ain't gonna work because they didn't tell you everything they did to be able to get to the place that they are right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All you seeing is what they putting on social media, but you didn't see what went behind the scenes. For sure. You see what I'm saying? For sure. And so my thought would be to be yourself. Make sure that you continually learn, continually to grow. Be a person that thrive on learning. And the most powerful thing in the world, I got this from, I forgot what TV show it was from, The Wire. Yeah. The most powerful thing in the world, most powerful person in the world is a person with a library card. If you can go get you a library card, guess what? You can read as much as you need to read because can't nobody stop you from reading. That's right. That's a fact. So go get you a library card and empower yourself. Readers are leaders. Yeah. Readers are leaders. There we go. And let's what's your social media so people can reach out to you and connect with you? Okay, social media. You can reach out on Facebook, L Boogie Speaks, or Larry Cothran. On YouTube it's L Boogie, and on the I just changed it. On Instagram it's the Trucking Consultant. Okay. Yeah. So it's the Trucking Consultant on Instagram. And if you look on YouTube, look up L Boogie. And also you can follow my page, Larry Cothran, or L Boogie Speaks on Facebook. There you go. Well, thank you for your time today, man. I really appreciate you joining me on the show. You gave a wealth of knowledge today. And, I really appreciate it, man. This is what it's about, man. Sharing, each one teach one, and just building together as a community. Yeah. I really appreciate you too, man. Y'all make sure y'all watch this show, man. I was trying to find some other short shows to see what I was going to talk about. I mean, not shows. I was trying to find some other episodes to see what everybody else talks about. I just didn't get around to it to see what everybody else was talking about. But right. I said, man, I'm just go in there and be myself and, do what I do. And so, yeah, this your boy L Boogie with the hoodie signing off. L Boogie with the hoodie. signing off. You know, I'm riding the night rider. I'm blessing the Lord, highly favor, excited about Jesus, excited about the word of God. My cup is running over, and I still want some more. How about you?
Bang, bang, bang. There you go. My man. Thank you, Mr. Cothran.
Hey, thank you too, man.
Appreciate it, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man. Be blessed and be safe. If you like what you heard, it's only going to get better. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a comment. Let us know what you want to learn or hear more about. Till next time, love is love. Truck and hustle.